So much stuff. What's going on? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, and all that stuff. Don't worry about the wrenches that are on the bed, if you can see them, and all the cluttery stuff. Sorry. Hey, I was doing a thing this morning and I figured out something, so I figured I would share it. This skipping rock, that's funny. This Rand McNally, I don't even know what it is. TND tablet something something, TND 80. Almost went out the window 17 times, several times, a few times, because it would lose GPS signal. What good is a GPS unit if it does not receive GPS signal? And then it would freeze up. It would just act generally not good. Update. And I'm going to show you. I'll show you. So this is my little system I got going on. I know. Real truck drivers don't use GPSs. Real truck driver. I play one on TV, and I stayed at a Motel 6 last night. You guys, listen. That's the Garmin something, diesel. I don't even know what it is. It's a thing. It's okay. It's not the greatest. I'm not a fan of it. Some of you guys are. I'm not. I don't like the user thing about it. This, on the other hand, is awesome. It's my thing. See, look, no GPS. It's broken. But I have figured out, and look, there's the radio. And so GPS, radio. I just got that too. I know, jumping around, so much exciting stuff. I just got that the other day. The Cobra something, 5700. I don't even know what that is. I don't even know. This stuff doesn't impress me. But I'm telling you, that thing right there should have been in a truck way long time ago. Super duper long time ago, like years ago, because that is way 10 times louder than that, which makes that way better than that speaker. And yeah, really good. I don't know, 40 bucks I think it was. Super awesome. So I have another radio that I'm going to put underneath there, because I'm that guy. Everybody's like, oh, you got to run the heavy haul channel something or other. Yeah, that's great, but I like to hear other drivers too. Not really. When they're talking good stuff, I like to hear them. When they're talking just bad stuff, you know. But I like to have a radio on channel 19 so that I can hear, you know, the goings on around us. You know, just like any driver used to, normally would. Sorry. And when I'm loaded and have our pilot cars, or other pilot cars too, we're usually on a different channel. Something that I've learned. Heavy haul is usually up in the 30s. I don't want to give away the number 32, but I mean, that's usually where we're at. And so, you know, that's what's going on. But then I don't have another radio, didn't have another radio for channel 19. So now I have another radio. I bought some metal. I'm going to make a little bracket because I'm not anywhere where eBay ships to. That's where I'm at. I'm in a parking lot. I apologize, my nose itches. Some people have itchy noses. So I'm in a parking lot in Seville, Ohio. Well, I hope that's correct. Let me use my GPS unit. So I have the other radio. I'm going to put it up under there. I'm going to build a little bracket. I'll have the 2 radios. I'll have the 2 mics dangling from wherever. Not a fan of that being in the way, but not really any other place to put it. There's my, you know, thing, PeopleNet thing. But that speaker is way awesomer. It's a lot better. I was going to run the cable down and around and all that stuff, but, you know, I'm not picking up chicks in the truck. I move freight. Anyway, listen, this is the thing I was wanting to talk about, and I apologize for rambling. Wait. That'll help me ramble faster. Okay, so this is my Ramifications. That's my 2nd or 3rd one. The last one I got rid of because of the battery, and it kept doing that all of a sudden. Didn't know why. Ramifications told me it was because it was too close to the radio. I said, not true. I don't know. So I bought that because I like it up there. I don't like it down, you know, I don't like it on the windshield. I don't even like my GoPro camera up there. But I gotta have something up there because the people on the earth are crazy when they're driving, and a lot of other times. And you have this issue. See, right now it's not working. It doesn't work. So they said it was because of the radio. So I turned the radio off. See how the radio's off? See, off. On. I know that speaker's loud. Whew, it's unbelievable. So the radio was off. All right, we'll turn it back off. With no GPS unit or no GPS. So it doesn't work. So I bought this one because this one works sometimes. Why does it work sometimes and not other times? So this one works all the time. Like, it's never stopped working. That being said, let me take a moment. When I was coming up through starting to fog up the inside. When I was coming up up 71 to up here to Salon to deliver, I actually lost signal. It said poor satellite communication. Somebody's dropping a trailer or something. So it said poor satellite communication. First time. Unbelievable. So there you have it. But it still was working. I have a map book back there. I buy one religiously every 5 years. Everybody calm down. Calm down, people. I even got the laminated pages so that when I spill my coffee, I don't know who made that coffee. It's really good. But anyway, I figured something out last night. I've had a little time. I'm sitting in a parking lot. In between loads. It happens. Calm down. So listen, this is what I did. I got the suction cup mount out. The suction cup mount out. And I put it up on the windshield thing. Not a fan, again, not a fan. Dega Transport's leaving us. Alright, seriously, come on. We're talking here. So, I took the GPS thing from up there on my thing, which I really like it up there, and I put it down there. Oops, and I hit some buttons. So I put it down there. Now listen, see how instantly it went away. The no GPS thing. I don't know if you guys can even see that. You guys probably can't even see that. Ah, kinda. Man, so there's no, the GPS thing is gone. So now I'm assuming, because I'm in a parking lot and I'm not driving, but I'm assuming that it'll work now, and that'll be awesome, because, you know, we really need to put that back up there because you can't see. What is the sense of recording a video if you cannot see? The sun's out, but so now I have all this stuff up here that I've got to rearrange because it looks like utter crap. I thought about putting my radio up today, but about the time I get started doing that, I still got to make the brackets and whatever. In other words, fixed, hopefully. Not a fan of this 2 GPS thing, but, and then, you know, you got Google Maps on the phone that you set up all that stuff. The reason I'm saying this is because, you know, when you're running around at 110 or so feet long and 150 to 170,000 pounds, holy, being on the right road is kind of important. So when things are freezing up, not working correctly, there's a reason for everything. And that's an inside joke. There's only going to be one person in the world. There's only one person in the entire population of the planet Earth that is going to understand that. And if he's watching right now, no excuses, only reasons. So when the GPS unit's freezing up, that one I don't even know. I don't even put anything into it. It's just kind of a map to, like, you know, I can zoom out and it shows me where I am, you know, like in the world, in the planet. So I kind of get an idea of, you know, like, hey, I'm headed from Cincinnati going to Columbus, and it jogs my memory on rest areas and truck stops and all that stuff. I really don't, that's TV screen to me. Not that I watch TV while driving down the road. Calm down. It's just a thing, you know. Sometimes, and look, I'll show you because you can see this one. This, see where to, and then you have to, if I just type in address, look, I'll do it. If I type this in, let's go 25, done. Let's go Main Street. Whoops. Main Street. It's gonna go, now look, it's searching Ohio, West Virginia, Ontario, and Michigan. I don't want to do all that. So you got to go back. You got to go back. You got to go back. Before you type in an address, you have to type in this. And then you got to scroll. Now, why would, like, I don't know, these things need to be down further. This stuff, see, a different city. So then now you have to type in, and I'm not complaining, this isn't a complaining video. So now you type in da-da-da-da, and then this thing will go and it'll search, and then you do the next part. So let's do it like, I don't know, let's go, not Seville. Let's go Solon, that's where I just was. So then you select that, and then you hit address, and you type in, be like 25, done, and then you type in Main, well, let's just do Main Street, and then it pops it up. That's great. It's awesome. So now we'll do, hit that button, choose destination, new location, address, right? And we'll put in Solon, Ohio, 25, enter, M-A, and there is no Main Street. Isn't that something? So you just type in Maple Drive. Not a valid entry. This is a great video. You guys are having a blast, I can tell. But you get my point. See how fast that was? Yeah, I want to exit. You see how fast that was? Tippy tap. Really, I'm just not a fan. Look, because I'll be driving all choloing and stuff. I don't know if I can say that. I mean, I don't know why. I'm not, it's not like I'm riding dirty or anything. Just jolling, like, you know, hand on the steering wheel. My normal driving thing. See how the thing is in the way? Look, it's in the way. I can't see the GPS unit. It's hiding. I have to wait for a good shot. But I get the idea, see? And then I don't have to do a whole bunch. I mean, because look, my other hand will be on the wheel somewhere, you know. And I type in all the turns and stuff ahead of time. And if there's something crazy going on, I do the same thing with this thing too. Let's see, tip tap, and then just view map. And like I said, I just use this. See, I can zoom out and say, hey, you know, that's where I am. Or I can zoom in, you know, and it's another way for me to see the road. See, Route 224, 71. And if I want to know what this road is, you know, it's Greenwich Road, right? And as I get closer to the place, I can zoom in, Lake Road, you know, see, so, and I know, hey, I'm going to take a right on Greenwich, and then I'm taking a left on Lake Road, and, you know, da-da-da-da-da. It's just another tool, but I really like this one better. It's a lot better. But now that it might be working, it might be even, like, extremely awesomer. Yes, extremely awesomer is the word. It's my world. Kinda. But I really like my GPS unit up there, out of the way, not blocking things. And, you know, I'm sure that there's some states that are going to get mad at me. I'm sure somebody's going to comment down below in the dirt pit, as Dread Pirate Trucker used to call it. Remember him? What's he doing now? Ubering? So, here's what's going on. I delivered. And this big freight, I delivered Monday. And this big freight is, you know, sometimes there's some time in between. What do you want? It's the deal. That's what's happening. So, sometimes there's a day or 5 in between. What do? What is this guy doing? He's got an orange light on his car. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's doing. That coffee's so good. So anyway, there's a day or two in between loads sometimes. And I mean, what do? So this is what I do. Nerply out here. That's a northern word. It's code for really cold. So you put these hats on. Put this hat on. Betsy! What are you doing, Betsy? Frozen. I don't know if you saw that, but I was just making out with the truck. I know. Why, you say? Me too, that's why I was saying why. Look. Nice. Some condensation from the heater and stuff. Look at that. Frozen up. I sprayed a little stuff on there. She should be good now. I'm going to show you this grease gun that I got off of a ex-driver slash turn dispatcher. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, this guy's cold. I wonder if the battery's still trucking along. I want you to know that I have not charged this battery yet. It's amazing. I think our battery's gonna die. That's exciting. But it's what we do, though. You know, it's what we do. So listen, the important one, right? Where are we going? The important one is up under there. I don't know if I can get to it with it on the trailer, but we're gonna try it. Make it look all professional and stuff, right? For the record, everybody said, oh, that's the important one. And you saw I put a bunch of grease in there. I never see any grease coming out. Like, you know, you pump it till you see a little come out. I never see any grease coming out. So when I get back to the shop, I'm gonna say, hey, listen, I've been pumping grease in there, but I don't never see grease coming out. But you see, I put grease in there. Same thing on the other side. I'm gonna spare you the gory details. I'll be back. And then look. So we did the grease into the trailer, right? It's cold out here. We're gonna... This hasn't been running in a few days. And you know, charging batteries, making sure. Like, I'd hate to get to a customer, oh, your pony motor's busted. What? I didn't know that. See, now it's busted. I know. Choke it. Choke it. religiously once every other month. It's not true. It's not true. Check it all the time. Every time. All the time. Look. See, we're doing some stuff. Checking some oil and washer fluid and, you know, making sure we're ready. You never know. Somebody hits 911. I mean, when they call Valley and say, hey, we got this load, you know, I'm ready. I don't know if I've ever showed you guys this thing yet, huh? That's my Jeep. It's not really a Jeep, but it's a Jeep. It just doesn't run. It's kind of neat. That's my booster, in case I need a boost. So I got a booster in case my Jeep needs a boost, and I got a trailer that carries all that. A flip box on my neck. Grease gun. I put the battery inside, it was down to 1 bar. Isn't that something? It's kind of neat. And then my booster. My booster attaches right there, 2 big pins, a couple of shims, air lines, electrical lines. Then we got safety first, people. That's where my pins go in the back, and then my shims. Look at that. Goodness gracious. All right, so this has been running for a minute, right? Shut the fuel off. That way when we're going down the road, the bowl in the carburetor float doesn't bounce up and down and flood the engine out with gas. Hello. Die here in a second. Then this is the important part. This is the part that you do not want to forget, right? Turn the key off. Yeah, turn the key off. Forget what I was going to show you back here. Oh. Yeah. I don't know if I can even get in there. Those pins right there, those are walking beam pins. And look, that's because this beam right there, right now, because those pins are in there, this does not move. It stays stationary. That's the definition of not moving. Stationary and all that. So listen, when I'm not loaded or not put together and loaded, those pins stay in there. Those pins, there's 2 of them. And it keeps that beam from going up and down because my pivot point is back there. But when I get loaded, those pins slide in to the second hole there, and that's allowed to move up and down. And this right there will move up and down. I think you can see that roller right there, all greased up, yay. And this actually goes up and down. Yeah. It's pretty intense sometimes. And it doesn't sound like it's intense, right? Oh, you're walking beam pins. They're a pain in the butt sometimes. Suspension. Raise and lower it manually. Pull it out to raise and lower it manually. With this, down, lowers the suspension all the way down. Crank it up, raises it all the way up. Push it in for auto. Make sure that's pushed in. Same thing on the other side. Just walking around. I'm spending time with you guys, you know? I never get time to just hang out. So I'm hanging out. Running my mouth. So the same thing. And I always leave that out and this always lowered because I have my chains attached. See those chains right there? That's when you lift up this Jeep off the trailer, those chains take all the pressure of the axle, tires and all that stuff, and they don't ride on the airbags, you know, lifting them up. So we got that out. Look, it's proof. I just greased that. See the grease, you guys? But that's another adjustment for back here, and then we can slide this fifth wheel. I have not moved that fifth wheel ever. It's in the fourth hole. I thought about moving it back 2 holes because that last load I was 39.5. Ooh, I was 39.5 on the truck and only 35 or 36 on the Jeep. But then if I do that, that adds to the total length of the truck and trailer, and I would have been over. I'd have been 110.5 or something. So I still got to talk to Scott and Eric about how that changes the permits, like what my lengths are. Some states are different. 110 seems to be the number. I'm on the wrong side. I'm on the wrong side. It's been that way since middle school. I don't know. It's my joke for today. But it was really like that since middle school. Oh, my brain. Climbing around. See, same controls back here, gauge. Same controls back here. Here's a better look at my chains. See my chains? That way when I pick this up, the chains, you know, they hold the weight of the axle and stuff. But that's my suspension for, or my controls for my suspension. We got our pin lock to keep this from going, so whenever I back up, that's where I lock that out so that I can actually back the, when this is attached to the back of the trailer, I can actually back up. Now, just an interesting piece of information, and yes, it's interesting because I say it's interesting. When you have that Jeep attached to that truck and that tongue spread or flipped over onto the back of that Jeep, you have truck, fifth wheel, you have Jeep, fifth wheel, and then trailer, set of tandems, and then booster. So you have pivot point on the truck, pivot point on the Jeep, pivot point on the booster. You lock out the booster, that makes that solid, but you still have 2 pivot points here. Just going to say it. It's definitely interesting trying to back up, not far, but it's definitely interesting trying to back up with 2 pivot points. It's definitely different backing up a truck with 2 trailers, and it's definitely different than backing up a truck with 2 pivot points that are really close together. It is different. Definitely needs some practice, but I think in Resaca, Georgia at the Flying J. I believe I did about, there's one curb on the side of the parking lot that I believe I did probably 50 yards, I guess. Oh, he backed the truck up 50 yards. Yeah. With 2 pivot points. And, you know, 100,000 pound crane. So, neener. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But it was interesting. But I think that's all I got out here. That's all I'm doing. I'm freezing. It's actually chilly. It's like 22 degrees outside. I'm gonna go through. Apologize. The sun is actually coming out. Yay. I'm actually gonna go through and check tire pressures. That'll be stupid fun. God. I mean, that's not an opportunity for a party. I don't know what is. But yeah, I'll go through and check tire pressures, hub oil, hub seals, stuff like that. You know, keep busy stuff. Making sure nothing's gonna break down when we actually get out there. I am trying to get back to Grand Meadow or to a dealership. I've got a couple issues with the truck. I had an exhaust manifold bolt that broke out, and from what I'm hearing, it's a pretty common thing. You know, I would never say it's a defect or nothing like that, but it's a pretty common thing. So I need to get that fixed. And my B service, that's a little bit overdue, but we're trying to get to a place where I can get it done, you know, on the cheap or as inexpensively as possible. And since we do that at the shop, you know, I'll probably end up at the shop. I got a couple of little knick-knack things. I got a radiator hose that I'm trying to keep tight, but I don't know if somebody's following me and like they loosen it back up, or I'm weak. It doesn't just want to stay tight. I don't know what the reason is, but I've tightened it up a few times. I just tightened it up a little bit ago. But anyway, I'm rambling now. Hey, if you all have made it this far, I appreciate you guys watching, seriously. And I'm gonna try to get on here a little bit more often and run my mouth. You know, seriously. If you haven't already, you know, check out This Trucker's Life, another Valley driver. You know, Sergey, Heavy Haul TV, Captain Sergey, Colonel Sergey now. I don't know if Ag Hauler Films is still doing his thing, but it's been a little while since he put out anything. But you know, support these other YouTubers too. You know, click on their stuff, give them a thumbs up, like, you know, leave them a comment or something like that. It's hard out here, man. It's hard. I'm kidding. It's cold. It's really cold. But it's the scene of the crime for right now. No, that's not a leak. I drained my fuel separator, water separator. I'm gonna let my grease gun charge for a little while. This is where we're at. Sun, bam. Harvey's. What? Hey man, they got mint chocolate shakes, mint chocolate chip shake something. Oh man, I gotta get out of here. Pretty good. But hopefully we're gonna do something here soon, but no promises. Never know. But when we do it, you'll be the first to know. Probably the second, because I'll be the first. I'll probably be like the fifth to know. People at Valley, my dispatcher, shout out to Jeremy, what's up? And you know, other people, then I'll be on the list, and then you'll be on the list. We'll all know at some point in time. But hey, listen, I appreciate you guys watching. Stay tuned. Craziness to come, I can tell. Swat.